girls' fans be coming on here talking about, oh, Tesehki will do this to you, or Ivory will beat you up, or whatever the case may be. I'd be like, y'all got to be some damn fools, because one, I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I'm a trained killer. Literally, like, fuck boxer, I'm a trained killer. So it'd be like, they be talking about these girls, and it's like, I don't do no 30-second fights. 30 seconds? I'm gonna wear your ass out. Listen, you give me 3 minutes with any of them girls, it's gonna be bad. 2 minutes, it's gonna be bad. That's why I'd be like, what the hell they be talking about? And it's not even like I want to do that. I be like, y'all can go and fight the girls on y'all little show or whatever. Y'all ain't gotta be calling out the big dog, cause the big dog gonna fight and shoot. That's all I'm saying. Listen, I'll binge watch the show. I actually gotta catch up on it because my girl Jasmine Renee been on her popping her shit from Detroit. So I gotta listen. I'll binge watch the best. It is very entertaining. It's very entertaining.
Boxing legend. Claressa Shields is no stranger to fights, but last night he stepped out of the ring and into a real-life love triangle from hell-caught red-handed Tesehki, the wild card from Baddies, and yes, somehow Papoose. The man whose quiet loyalty has now turned into chaotic exposure, one leaked photo, one Instagram feed. Ladies and gentlemen, stop what you're doing, turn off your ring lights, mute your podcast, and throw your loyalty bracelets in the trash. The internet is watching in 4K as Clarissa threatens to break Taki's face in front of 200,000 viewers during a furious live stream meltdown. Was it a setup? Was Papoose really with Taki? And did Clarissa really throw a dumbbell at the wall mid-random before the screen went black? This isn't just tea. This is a flaming 3-piece combo meal served with a lawsuit on the side. And trust us, we've got every detail. Let's go back 48 hours because before I lived transformed into WrestleMania, and before Claressa Shields was out there threatening to break faces like cheekbones were optional, there was peace, or the appearance of it. The world champion, who was undefeated, was enjoying a rare moment of relaxation in her hectic life. She posted a gentle selfie with just a treadmill and Nike tights, with the caption, "Peace is a flex too, but no peace is not allowed when Tiki is in the same sentence as Papoose." Let's talk to Tesehki. Reality TV's wildest wildcard sister to watch Kian Rock is notorious for fighting in heels, getting security tackled on bad guys, and saying things like, "It's her Starbucks order on the spot." According to a recently leaked photo, she was with Papoose. Yes, the same Papoose who once restrained Remy Ma during a 6-year bid, the man fans refer to as Black Love's last hope. Suddenly, he's in a blurry iPhone pic with Taki's head down and his hand on her waist, as if he lost a bet and his morals. Tiki wrote a caption for the photo, which went viral on Instagram stories that same night. Y'all know who the real champion is. And in the background, the song Candy by Foxy Brown was playing a faintly petty, deliberate, and venomous instrumental. The internet went crazy. Is Papoose cheating again? Wait, wasn't he just in Clarissa's corner at her last fight? She posted herself, and within 15 minutes, Clarissa was trending. Within 20 minutes, she went live, and that's when the gloves came off. The Instagram Live began calmly as a woman about to demolish a house, and when her camera flicked on, she was sweating rather than posting gym. She started by saying, "I'm out here training focused, minding my damn business, and this little zoo animal wants to post up with my man. I don't play about my legacy, I don't play about my name, and I damn sure don't play about mine." She thought this Zeus network stuff, and I'm not one of them, she said, and I will break her face on sight. No gloves, no rounds, just raw smoke. Papoose was nowhere to be discovered. But according to one untidy blog, he was spotted watching the Instagram live stream from a burner account with the username PapThePoet404. Naturally, this man had a backup back and alive, and when Claressa began to pace, you could hear a murmur in the background. "Yo, end it, sis, don't give her the clout." "Nope," she shouted, turning around. "Let me give her something to post about without any filters." Even the Wi-Fi was slowing at this time due to her erratic energy. And then she occurred to walk off camera, there was a loud crash, and everyone gasped. Was that a dumbbell? When she came back, breathless, her hair slightly shifted, and she smiled that terrifying, "I'm about to commit a felony but make it look poetic" smile. Then she said, "When I see her, it's up." I hope she has insurance, receives dental care, and has a tight wig because I'm snatching something that night. The internet went crazy, Twitter was in a frenzy, TikTok had 500 parody remakes in 30 minutes, and YouTube had reaction videos already live before the stream even ended. But let's not pretend that this is just a random incident. Every slap-worthy moment has a build-up, and this one had been simmering for weeks. This brings to mind the Vibe article from April 23, 2025, in which fans of Bad Guys began tagging Clarissa, telling Tesehki that she could take her in a street fight that was the matchstick. Clarissa clapped back forcefully, saying, "I'm a trained killer. Give me 3 minutes with any of those girls and it's going to be bad." Tesehki also didn't take on the Jason Lee show. She retaliated lightly, saying, "Let me do the training she's doing and let me not be off the marijuana and poppers. I'll beat the F out of her." The video went viral, and the same night, Clarissa responded to her live stream by saying, "Girl, go to rehab then come back and try me." So no, it wasn't overnight smoke. Rather, it was slow-roasted beef that simmered. Fast forward to a picture. With Papoose wasn't a coincidence. It was strategic violence. Now, Clarissa has activated. However, the catch is that the real tea hasn't even been poured yet, because the Instagram Live struck too. Wait, she sees the video. That wasn't the first time they linked. There's a video. Is there more than just a photo? And what does Papoose have to say about all this? Someone close to Clarissa whispered on audio after a new clip surfaced with 3 million views and a voice note leaked anonymously. When Clarissa's now famous Instagram Live meltdown happened, a video, not a grainy picture or a screen capture of someone's live stream, was leaked to a gossip blog. It purportedly showed Papoose and Tesehki entering a hotel lobby together 2 nights prior to the photo she had posted. This was not just any hotel, though. It was a posh boutique in downtown Atlanta, the kind where the chandeliers cost more than your car and the staff wore gloves. When he last appeared on Clarissa's Instagram, he was walking a little ahead of Tesehki, wearing a hoodie, sunglasses, and a small designer bag. They approach the elevator, and he taps the button. She enters first, and then, this is the part that went viral, he puts his hand on the small of her back. The date stamp on the video was 2 days prior to the candy post, and that was it. That was the match in the gasoline. Suddenly, it wasn't just petty clout drama, it was a real love triangle falling apart. Time, and Clarissa wasn't quiet for long. A few hours after the video was leaked, she posted a single message to her story that said, "I was out here fighting in rings while they were playing in elevators." She didn't tag anyone because she didn't need to. Meanwhile, Tesehki, who had been showing off, stopped talking and only reposted a meme that said, "If you can't handle the streets, get out of the kitchen." While Papoose remained silent, a person close to him asserted that his phone had been exploding. The same source also claimed that Papoose was quite humiliated and complained to a friend, "I didn't know they were filming. I just wanted to talk." At midnight, at a luxury hotel with a reality star who fights in heels and loves to mess, please. As the audience attempted to make sense of it all, more receipts began to appear. First, text screenshots purportedly from someone close to Clarissa's team revealed an alleged text discussion between Papoose and Tesehki, in which Tapu, "You make me feel seen," she adds, adding, "But she doesn't understand me like you do." The Imbuha smoking pistol then said, "I'll stop by tonight if you're free." These texts were sent weeks ago, around the same time that Clarissa was sharing motivational sayings and gym pictures. Fans quickly made the connection on Twitter, where hashtags like Nambe the Champ again and Mart Elevator Energy began to trend, and TikTokers were performing dramatic lobby reenactments. YouTubers created 10-minute segments that zoomed in on Papoose's hand as if it were a Pruder movie. The storyline had changed, and instead of being Clarissa versus Tesehki, it was now Clarissa versus a betrayal she never anticipated. One blog even likened it to the Remy Ma incident from years ago, referring to this as Papoose's second public humiliation tour. Another comment read, "When will Clarissa realize she's in love with a man who treats loyalty like a rental suit? Nice in public, dirty underneath?" By this point, with Clarissa's team in disarray, an anonymous insider told a media outlet that Clarissa's brand is based on strength, discipline, and control, and that this chaos is endangering all of that. They reportedly advised her to remain silent, regroup, and change the story. But Clarissa had other ideas. She went live again, this time without pacing or shouting, just sitting on her couch hoodie with her phone in hand. "I'm not here to scream today," she started. "I screamed already. I lifted dumbbells, ran 10 miles, and screamed into a pillow paws. But now, you played me and that's cool, but don't think you get to walk away clean, she said, looking directly into the camera. Y'all thought Remy was done with him. Y'all thought I was different? Nah, same pain, different gloves, mic dropped. The comments were a battlefield, with some fans supporting her and calling her a queen, a real one, and too strong to fall, while others questioned how even happened, and how a champion of her caliber could be involved in such a mess. Although the goal was to put out the fire at its source, new leaks began to surface. According to an alleged email thread forwarded from a burner account, Clarissa's legal team was preparing a defamation and emotional distress suit against the blog that leaked the video, not against Papoose or even directly against Tesehki. However, the internet doesn't forget, and it definitely doesn't delete the video, which is now everywhere, on Twitter, Reddit, private Discord servers, and even bootleg Facebook pages with watermarks. From 2013, another leak claimed that Clarissa and Papoose had been in couples therapy just weeks before all of this, and that she was attempting to balance training for her next title. In the midst of all of this chaos, a voice note from a friend of the couple claimed that Clarissa had been warned. She knew people told her, but she didn't believe it until she saw it herself. By the time the second Instagram Live ended, Clarissa had unfollowed Papoose, erased all of their posts together, and began liking sinister sayings like, "Sometimes love is blind, so it can't see you being disrespected." Reappeared online with a mysterious selfie captions, "Smiling through it, even the bruises shine," was that clapback a threat, a hint that she and Clarissa had already fought no one knew. But because this story had reached the height of chaos, there was still one question that remained unanswered. Was Clarissa really going to fight her? In her first Instagram Live, she didn't just threaten, she promised hands. Now, rumors had it that Clarissa had sent a secret direct message to a famous boxing promoter, which was just 5 words long. "I'm ready." The streets were humming, fans were glued to their phones, and the comment sections looked like war zones. Will Clarissa and Tesehki really fight? Not through online feud, subliminals, or Instagram Live, in a true televised gloves-off showdown? Clarissa calmly announced after her second Instagram Live, "I'm ready, set it up." The rumors evolved into private talks with promoters and networks, including Zeus Network. Yes, Zeus Network, the same network that made screaming fights into gold programming, allegedly offered a 6-figure check celebrity boxing match with full PPV rollout cameras. Here's the crazy part. Tesehki said yes, according to an insider, and in just 3 words, "Let's make history." This meant that we weren't just watching a scandal, we were also watching the build-up to an event that promoters started referring to as street versus gloves. Toy began tweeting cryptic phrases like, "Don't blink or you'll miss that jaw hit the floor." Clarissa, meanwhile, went silent but deadly because as Tesehki posted selfies with captions like, "Ready when she is." Clarissa was back in the gym sparring, out getting more exercise and changing the way she moves. She would get up at 4 in the morning to shadow box in the mirror, according to her close friends. One trainer allegedly claimed that she was training for a demolition rather than a fight, and even before the match was formally announced, phony posters began to circulate, with AI-generated thumbnails and fantasy trailers, and people were placing bets on it as if it were real. Not from Clarissa or Remy Ma, but rather out of the blue. The former Queen of the Bronx's ex-wife sent legal documents accusing both women of using her name and image in a defamatory manner for benefit. She claimed that the drama surrounding Papoose was harming her brand and interfering with her attempts to co-parent. The twist came just as the hype peaked, and one paragraph in the leaked document read, "While I am no longer romantically involved with Mr. Mackey, I insist that my privacy be protected and that my name not be included in any advertising materials or conversations about other people's private life." The internet went into analysis mode. Was Remy trying to protect her image, or was she trying to warn them that Papoose wasn't worth a mess either way? The legal hit cooled down the event just as it was catching fire, and that's when the final blow came through. Another leaked message this time, allegedly from Tesehki's camp, an internal group chat. The entire, "When things don't go as planned, good publicists have to clean up." Someone wrote in the chat that she doesn't want to fight for real. It was only for buzz. The screenshot went viral like wildfire. Fans and commenters who had previously referred to her as the Queen of the Streets now wrote, "Wait, so this was just a storyline she's scared of?" In response, another said, Keep her high energy for cameras. We'll cancel last minute if it gets too real. When Clarissa would break her ribs, the match would feel like a fantasy once more. Clarissa was still silent and working, and there was only one new post with a shadowy video of her hitting the heavy bag, and the caption, "Sometimes the loudest retaliation is quiet," which received 1 million views in 2 hours. Meanwhile, Papoose was finally spotted in public, showing up at a local charity event by himself without Clarissa or Di, dressed in all black and wearing shades, looking like a man who had just discovered the internet had receipts on top of receipts. When a TMZ reporter questioned him about the scandal, he remained silent. But the following day, a note with the words, "Everybody wants the truth until it comes with pain," appeared on his Instagram story. Some claim it was directed at Clarissa, while others claim it was about him. Then, the video's final twist showed 2 women screaming in a parking lot, with a man stepping between them. One woman lunged, a weave flew, and a punch was thrown online. It was screamed that Clarissa and Taki's underground fight was captured on camera, causing them to clash in a parking lot. However, Clarissa's representative denied that it was her voice, or even her height. Nevertheless, the belief had already spread, with some fans demanding justice and others wanting closure, but most of them were looking for the next twist. Just when you thought it was over, Clarissa released a promo video that showed her walking slowly through the gym while wrapping her hands and included clips of her previous knockouts. The last picture shows her looking directly into the camera, and the words, "Soon the comment section blew up, people begging for a real fight date, others asking where Papoose is, and a surprising few asking where's Remy in all this, because that's the thing. The story may have started with Tiki and Clarissa, but now it's become a storm of everyone connected to one man who barely speaks 3 women, 2 fights, 1 scandal, and it's still not over. And just one more incident. We've gone from title belts to Instagram threats, from blurry hotel footage to leaked fight offers, and from Papoose being the quiet, loyal one to the man caught in the crossfire of 2 women ready to throw hands on sight. Now it's your turn. Do you think Clarissa was truly taken by surprise? Was Tiki trying to gain influence the entire time? Or was Papoose playing chess in the background while everyone else fought over checkers? Is a fight actually coming, or is all smoke mirrors and viral marketing? One thing is for certain, though. This mess is far from the drama never stops, and neither do we, because if Daki and Clarissa do end up in a ring, someone will bleed and someone will go viral doing it. We're watching, you're watching, let the internet